Are you aware of the fact that most of the food you consume on a daily basis contains a genetically modified ingredient? Do you fully understand the impact this is having on your health and well-being? Hi everyone, I'm Amy St. John, and today I'll be talking to you about genetically modified foods with respect to their benefits, some common health concerns, and foods you may be consuming that contain genetically modified ingredients. First, let's talk about the benefits advocated by supporters of genetically modified foods. The U.S. National Library of Medicine claims that genetically modified foods are in fact more nutritious and taste better than foods in their natural form. For instance, rice feeds over half the world, and in many countries that's their main staple. They don't consume anything else on a daily basis besides maybe water. The rice in its natural form contains a lower level of vitamin A, so a lot of these countries will import genetically modified rice, or in fact conduct the genetic modifications themselves, so the rice will have a higher level of beta carotene and iron, which will help supplement any vitamins and nutrients that they may be lacking from other types of foods. An example of how genetically modified foods may taste better could be the French fries that you're consuming for Burger King. I don't know if you've seen the commercial lately, but Burger King's advocating their new fit fries. They're supposed to be way healthier for you. They're supposed to soak up less oil, and when in fact these potatoes are genetically modified to absorb less oil. So you may say, hey, these modifications sound great. What could be wrong with them? But are they too good to be true? There have been many scientists and researchers, and in fact, the common public has raised interest and concern with genetically modified foods. The Institute for Responsible Technology has stated that chronic health problems have increased since genetically modified foods were first introduced into the food industry back in 1996. Some common issues that have almost doubled are autism, digestive problems, reproductive issues, and even cancer. Cancer, more specifically, would be the bovine growth hormone that is injected into cows to increase their milk production. This is also known as RBST. This has been linked to cancer. However, there hasn't been anything that has shown that humans have gotten cancer from this growth hormone specifically. It's just a topic of concern. So now that you're aware of some of the negative impacts of genetically modified foods, let's talk about the foods that you're ingesting that may contain these genetically modified ingredients. Soy, corn, cotton oil, and canola oil are the four most genetically modified foods. You can find most of those ingredients in your processed foods. WebMD claims that 60 to 70% of processed foods contain genetically modified ingredients. Soy and corn are some of the most common ingredients in our processed foods, but they're not only in processed foods, they're also in our meats and even fruits and vegetables. Chicken and beef, they often contain soy oil, which is genetically modified, and there have been a couple reports that they are trying to genetically modify apples so they do not brown as much when you cut open to them, which may be more appealing to some consumers. So as you can see, it's pretty difficult to avoid any type of genetically modified food nowadays. Today I talked to you about genetically modified food benefits, some health concerns, and foods you may be consuming that contain genetically modified ingredients. I hope that I have encouraged you to go out and research these genetically modified foods a little more in depth, and hopefully you can form your opinion one way or another on whether you think they're good or bad. And thank you very much.